Morning, it's Monday, another week has come around. This morning we had horrendous wind and rain, so I moved the Defender into the, from the ramp over into the empty space out of the weather, without filming obviously. And then, so today, we've got a few bits to do. At the weekend, I went to see Matthew, my friend who's got a TD590, and had a measure of his fuel flap location. So, I made a crude, there you go. I made a crude template, hang on, and obviously transferred it to mine. With the extra wheel arches on, the corner does obviously go behind, but on the current one, it does go slightly behind. So I think I'd rather put it where it originally should be. And again, that's a crude template because I had to obviously take it from his truck with nice paint. So there was lots of masking tape to help protect, so I've just gone inside. So at least it'll give me a rough estimation on the position. I can use that, I can work with that. So next, we've got to make sure the TD5 seat box fits with all these wiring here. I have a feeling it'll clear this side, but not that side. So I've got to be careful where I route the air pipes and the vacuum, the breather pipes, that's the word I'm looking for. So I'm just going to offer that up now and see how it sits. Right, well, as you can see, it is in place temporarily, and you can see in there we've got loads of room for the fuel pipes and the power cables, so I'm not too worried about them. Let's just go around the other side. And as you can see, the seat box actually sits on the chassis, and you can see the breather pipe is caught there. So we can't run anything along that chassis rail. It's all got to come inboard. So, right, let's get this seat box back out and start running some airlines. Right, well, I've made some big P-clips as opposed to buying something off the shelf. All I've used is builder's band and some cut off auxiliary belt. So it obviously bolts through, so they're in there quite well. They're not going to go anywhere, and they're not going to rub through. It just keeps it all nice and tight against the chassis. So I think the next job's going to be the seat box, to be honest. But I'll have a quick ponder just in case I'm missing something. Morning, it's a very cold Thursday. Definitely winter coming. Wasn't here yesterday as I had to go and help a chap move, well, I say a chap, a good friend, move a car about. So that was yesterday taken care of. And I also had to pick up this again. Now, you know, maybe in a previous video you might have seen that I had this in for an exhaust blow. When I took it apart, the gaskets, the donut gaskets that go between the joints, disintegrated. One of the bolts was snapped, so we thought, okay, that's fine, that's what it is. So changed the gaskets, put new bolts in. All was well, went through its MOT, and then a week later, the owner said, it's blowing again. So we've got it back in now to have a look. So I'll get that up on the lift today and we'll have a look. So let's get sorted out, I suppose. I just got in, so I've got to get the kettle on, obviously, get the radio on, get the trailer and the car out, and we'll get it up on the lift and see if we can find the problem. Right, got the old back box off. I'll insert a picture here of the clue that I got. As you can see, one of the brand new bolts I put in is scorched. So, I don't know if you can see, hang on, with the torch outside, you can see light inside. The flange has started rotting out. Right, so as you saw, the flange has started to rot out. I've given you 3 options. Replacement is, from the local factors, is nearly £300 plus VAT, because they have the inbuilt cap. Welding it up, not by me, obviously I don't weld, but that risks blowing it apart and being no further, forward anyway, or try and get a good second-hand one. He's voted for the second-hand route. I've managed to find one, so that's actually going to be here today because it's local. So I will get that on and we'll see how it fits and what goes on afterwards. So, right, I'm going to get on with the Defender, I think, while I'm waiting for that to arrive. So it's quite noisy on start up, but once it idles, it's fine. It is a bit more throatier though than the original. I think it sounds quite good, but at least it's not blowing anymore. Right, so I'm having a quick look at this Panda 4x4. Never seen a new shape one in person before, but this is a friend who took it green laning, and now the oil light come on and it died, so it looks like it's done the engine. So I'm just taking the underneath off to try and just get a turn on the pulley and see whether it's seized or what, without having to try and start it. But I've got enough mud here to try and dispose of. Oh dear, things I do. Right, we're going to see if we can give it a turn. We've got the access plate off. Ooh. No. Yeah, that's definitely seized. I've now just cut the belt just to make sure that it's not something else that's seized. No. There you go. We are solid as a rock. Oh, we've got a little bit of a turn, but... oh, oh. Oh. It's turning. Oh. Well, you know what that means. We've got to try and turn it over, see what happens. Right, let's have a look. Right, I've just checked the oil, and there's oil in it. So let's see what happens now. Yeah, that don't sound good, does it? Not very nice, not very good. It started. Something's not happy. Oh, it just stopped again. Yeah, I think that's a new engine, but right, just to show it wasn't the aux belt. That's free. Oh, that's free. Tension is free. And yeah, the alternator's free. So yeah, new engine time. Right, my plans have been scuppered. I thought they might have been the same part, the intercooler and rad. Turns out the disco ones are wider than the Defender ones. I mean, with it in that position where the Defender one goes, you can see it's, or can you actually, hang on, there you go, you can see it's a bit past it. So apparently, looking at diagrams, it's about 30mm wider, and unfortunately the wings don't quite fit. So the uprated intercooler I got on that donor disco isn't going to be any good on here, I don't think. I might just plumb this up with water, just plain water, just to get the thing running, just, you know, at least once it's running, and then I can always get a rad and intercooler before it goes on the road and before the wings go back together. But it would just be nice to get it running and get the wiring run. Although I need to really get the wings on to be able to do the shocks and fit all the, you know, the fuse box and the header tank and bits and pieces like that. So I'll have to go shopping and see what I can find. Euro car parts is about 150 quid for a Nissan's rad. My local factors is about 170. So I'm going to ask them if they'll price match. You never know. That way it'll get delivered up here and I haven't got to go to Euros. But right, what to do next? The brake vacuum pipe, I think, is probably the one off my 300 because that fits straight in the right place. Yeah. Don't know what to do next. Before I'm too hasty, I'm going to measure this because I'm not sure, you know. We have got here, what have we got? Hang on. Oh. We have got a shade under 31 inches, say 30 3/4. And looking at this one, it's the same depth all the way down. The wings are square. I know that anyway, but that's what it says. So let's go and measure up the disco one. Right, so we have got from there, the widest point to there, is 30 3/4. So it might actually just fit in there, you know. Technically we don't need these because these are what the AC condenser hangs on, so we can chop them down so we've got even more room. The only issue is the feet at the bottom, but I can get around them. I can make something. I don't think I'm going to be too hasty yet. I think I'm going to wait and get the wings on before I order rads, because they're 150 quid plus for a decent one, plus intercooler. And as obviously I've got the aftermarket one, I'm going to quickly measure that just to make sure that's still fitting the gap. Otherwise I have to run a standard one, but yeah, I'm not going to be too hasty just yet. Right, with the alley intercooler, it's actually slightly narrower. It's 30.5 inches, so it's 1/4 inch narrower, but obviously quite a bit bigger in size, top to bottom thickness. But yeah, at the minute, I reckon it might work. We just need to sort out the feet at the bottom somehow, but we'll leave it all loose. Well, obviously the pipes are tight, but we'll leave it all loose and not fixed down until the wings are on and just see if it is going to fit or not. We shall see. Morning, guys and girls. Bit of a naff week this week. Monday I was in, Tuesday I was off at the monthly Bridge Classic Cars meet that I go to every month. Wednesday I was helping my friend out move his car. Thursday I was here. Yesterday I was in bed ill. So today, Saturday, I'm back to it. I've got the Mini in. No one wants it. No one wants it. It's a cat in and the clutch has started to slip. So I've either got to put a clutch in it or offer it for parts. So I'm just going to take some photos of the best bits and just see if anyone's interested. And then I've got to get the turbo back on the ramp because I think Tom's popping over to do a bit more work on the rear arch. And I am going to make a start on cutting that hole. Well, you can just about see it. Oh, you can't. I can't zoom in because I'm facing your way. For the fuel filler recess. So that's my job for today. I will come back to you shortly once I've got a few bits sorted out. Okay, it's in. Now I know it's supposed to have gone behind, but I cut the hole slightly too wide
so it wouldn't look right. I know this doesn't look great, but it's in, it's riveted. I can always paint it a bit black if I want to, make it blend in enough, but it's functional over form. That's what I say. What else? Tom's been getting this arch in and this rear corner. So now we just got the seal to go. So that'll be done next couple of weeks with any luck. So that is that for this week. Yeah, only a couple of 2 or 3 days here, so not got a great deal done, but hopefully next week I can plough on and get quite a bit done. I want to try and get this truck running next week if I can. So, right, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you next week in the next one. Have a great weekend all. Ta-da.